Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching SAMAA News. Here are today's headlines. Hundreds of people in Venezuela are trapped under rubble, and many more remain unaccounted for after two powerful earthquakes devastated areas in and around the capital Caracas, killing hundreds, damaging buildings, and leaving thousands homeless. Health Minister Carlos Alvarado said around 235 dead had been received by medical centres. Jorge Rodriguez, head of Venezuela's National Assembly, said 200 people had been trapped, with 250 buildings damaged or destroyed. A website created to track missing people and shared by opposition leaders listed more than 46,000 people as unaccounted for shortly after 7 p.m. The United Kingdom Maritime Trade Operations Centre said it had received a report of an incident north of Oman near the Strait of Hormuz. According to British broadcasting reports, a cargo vessel was struck on its starboard side by an unidentified projectile, causing damage to the ship's bridge. The vessel's master said no injuries were reported in the incident. The organisation said authorities were investigating the matter and advised vessels in the area to exercise caution and report any suspicious activity. The United Nations Maritime Agency has temporarily suspended its evacuation initiative for ships stranded near the Strait of Hormuz after a vessel was attacked in the Gulf of Oman. The International Maritime Organization, or IMO, said the decision was taken to reassess security conditions and ensure that adequate safety guarantees remain in place for vessels operating in the region. The evacuation effort was designed to help hundreds of ships and thousands of seafarers navigate safely through the strategically important waterway amid ongoing regional tensions. The temperature in Britain and Switzerland have hit record highs for June, as large parts of Western Europe were in the grip of a deadly early summer heatwave that has killed dozens, disrupted power supplies, and shut schools and cultural landmarks. French and British authorities warned people to adapt their daily routines to avoid overheating as hospitals struggled to deal with patients suffering from the heatwave. Temperatures reached 36.7 degrees Celsius in southwest England, provisionally making it the hottest June day recorded in Britain, surpassing a record set just a day earlier, the Met Office said. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says he has approved a 40-day campaign aimed at increasing pressure on Russia to help bring an end to the war. According to Zelensky, the operation was approved following consultations with Ukraine's security services and is intended to influence the aggressor state to move toward ending the conflict. Ukraine has intensified strikes on Russian and Russian-controlled targets in recent months, particularly focusing on energy and oil infrastructure as part of its broader military strategy. A heated disagreement reportedly broke out between US President Donald Trump and Republican senators over the Iran conflict, as the US Senate later voted to block a resolution aimed at limiting presidential war powers. The late-night measure failed after several Republican lawmakers changed their positions and voted against the proposal. Reports indicate the debate intensified following a closed-door lunch meeting between Trump and Republican senators. The developments underscore continuing divisions in Washington over the administration's handling of the conflict with Iran and congressional oversight of military action. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has assured Gulf allies that any future agreement with Iran will take their interests into account and will not undermine the security or prosperity of Washington's long-standing partners in the region. Speaking at a meeting of Gulf Arab foreign ministers and officials in Bahrain, Rubio said the United States is ready for lasting peace in the region, but remains committed to protecting its allies. He said the Strait of Hormuz is an international waterway and no country has the right to impose tolls or fees on vessels passing through it. He added that it will never be an acceptable condition of any deal. Iran has made it clear that it has no plans to allow UN nuclear watchdog Chief Rafael Grossi to inspect nuclear facilities damaged during the war. Deputy Foreign Minister Kazem Garibabadi said that any decision on inspections will only be discussed in a final agreement and after sanctions are lifted. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching SAMAA News.